Hello, everyone. I am joined today by UFC lightweight Nikolas Motta. Nikolas, how we doing today?
What's up? Doing good, my friend.
Good, good. Love to hear it. You got a fresh haircut in Brazil. How was the
Yeah,
barbershop?
it was a cool barbershop.
Okay.
Now, before I remember, I used to like shave my head.
hmm
Now I'm trying to grow my head. I think my hair looks cool if I let it grow. It's like curly, so I'm gonna try to change the style. And some girls they already say that looks better, so I'm gonna do it.
I agree. I
That's
like
all that
I
matters.
like the way
That's all.
that's
That's
all that
all the
matters.
opinion that matters. Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously, that is all that matters in the end of the day. I like your hair though. I think growing it out is a good look. I mean, I think you look mean bald, like you look scary bald, but I like the way you look with hair too. You look almost like nicer, like a more inviting person to talk to.
Like a normal
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, sometimes I try to look like that.
So, why did you go to Brazil? What are you there for, and what have you done so far while you've been there?
So I always I since I moved to America, I moved to America 6 years ago. I would come for because I grew up with close to family, and we always would spend Christmas together and have the tree and change gifts at Christmas time, and it was like a very family thing. Christmas for me, just like it is in America,
hmm
was for me in Brazil. Then I used to always come every year. Then last year in September, when I fought and I won my fight against Cameroon, and I had a beautiful first round knockout. I didn't have any injuries. Then I was like, oh, I was feeling so good mentally. So I was like, I want to keep that momentum. And I said to my family, sorry, I'm not going to go now because I want to keep this momentum and I want to try to fight again in December or January, something like that. But ended up that I only got a fight for, I think it was May
Yeah,
that I was gonna fight in Miami, the UFC
April,
287.
April actually.
Yeah, and I ended up having an injury and had to pull out. So it is what it is.
Yeah, that was a
And
nasty cut you
fuck
got.
my and something that was fucked up was that I had a German Shepherd because when I was 18, I left my house because I want to be a pro fighter and move to Rio. So I got that puppy German Shepherd, and I thought like, oh, that dog's cool, and I love German Shepherd. My dad always loved a German Shepherd. My family had a German Shepherd
Okay.
before when I was a little kid, and I got that dog, and I was like, because he could take care of my mom, too, take care of the house, and I love German Shepherd. So I got that dog. Then I moved to Rio, and always when I would come back home, that motherfucker still would love me, and he would go crazy. He was a very loyal dog, German Shepherds, or like a dog, his
Yeah,
dog.
no, German Shepherds are great
So
dogs.
yeah, so he was old already. He was already like 11 or 12 years old, and he passed away like, let me see, I don't remember what it was, like not too long ago, and I was like, fuck, I could have went to Brazil in December and spent the last times with my dog before he passed away,
Oh, I'm
but it is
sorry.
what it is. Yeah,
Oh, that is shitty. I'm sorry to hear about that, but
yeah,
you still have a bright future ahead of you. You have to make sacrifices sometimes, and sadly, that's one of the ones that had to
yeah,
be made. But
yeah.
you know, I,
That's
I
how it
German
is.
shepherds are great dogs, and I'm happy to hear that you kind of like continued that family tradition of getting the German shepherd, and you had
Mhm.
such good relationships with your dogs. It's nice. I have a
Yeah.
dog too, so I like to hear that. So
Yeah, and
how long is your
he
trip to
did live a
Brazil?
good life. He didn't suffer nothing. He was sleeping and he passed.
Okay, good. So
What did you just ask?
how long is your trip to Brazil?
So usually I come for like 3 weeks, and my mom was like, "Oh, you have to stay a month because you haven't been here for so long." Then I was gonna do it. I even like I started with swimming class by my house. So dope swimming. I didn't knew that was so great for us like that. And I've been training a lot here too. I do a lot of strength and conditioning because in Vegas I have a very good strength and conditioning coach. His name is Gavin. He was the head guy in the UFCPI in China, and now he's the head guy in Vegas. He's an Australian guy, super good. His strength and conditioning program is great, so I've been following him in Brazil. Then I had a good guy to hold meets. There's a good jiu-jitsu black belt here too. The he he used to be from. I think he's under some House on Grace or something like that.
Okay.
His name is Patrick Benistan. He's very
Okay.
good too. And even if I'm in vacation, I always have to be training. That's what I always love it to do, and it's important to stay healthy. Like I lost my last fight, but it is what it is. I know that the only thing that matters now is to stay healthy and keep fighting. And I was like today, I was doing some conditioning cardio.
You said you were going to stay a little bit longer and that you've been training there. You have the strength and conditioning coach
Yeah,
there. So, did you plan to train there, and like when you got there, like
yeah,
were you planning to train there, or was it supposed to be a
yes.
relaxing trip?
I never. Everywhere I go, I always plan to train. I have to be. I like to be always training. I want to be always ready, and I always keep getting better because I think that's what a true martial artist it is. And like, if you want to be a champion, that's how you have to live your life.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree. So you're a former CFFC lightweight champion. You headlined a card for your first CFFC fight, and then you won a title for your second one. Just tell me a little bit about how it was fighting in CFFC and how it was becoming a champion so quickly.
But that was a great experience because that promotion it looked so cool. Like they made it look so cool that they made you feel like you're in a big promotion already. They have like cool interviews and signed posters and the wings, everything like the promotion, everything is perfect, everything is cool, and I knew that so many guys they got to UFC and to big promotions from CFFC, and I remember right before I was walking out to my fight for the title, and you know how they have like all the champions pictures on top.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
One guy told me like all the guys that been there, they always got signed with UFC.
Well, he
And
wasn't
that's
lying. Wasn't lying.
it wasn't like
Nope.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
you competed on Tough for Brazil. I wanted to ask a little bit about that because it was a while ago, 2015, I want to say it was. It was early in
yeah,
your career,
2015.
and there were a lot of really good guys on that season. There's a lot of guys in the PFL, Bellator, and the UFC now that fought on that season. So I just wanted to ask what it was like competing, what it was like being in that house, how it was.
Yeah, it was crazy because you remember before on Turf, I always you would see guys like drinking and partying and doing crazy stuff. In my season was different. Everybody was super focused. Everybody doing diet perfectly, taking the supplements perfectly, training and recovering. Because now it's a new generation of fighters. It's not like in the past anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone is so good nowadays, and yeah, so many good guys. Matheus Nicolau,
Hmm.
Joaquim Silva, Glyco, he almost became PFL champion
Yeah.
and he won the season. I lost to him. He
Hmm.
was so big, bro.
And
At that time, I used to be a 145er
yeah.
and he used to be a 170 guy.
Hmm.
So in the fight day, I saw him weigh and he was 185 in the fight day and I was like 170.
Ooh, yeah, that's rough. That's
And
definitely
it
rough.
was a good fight. It was the best fight in the season. I almost knocked him out, and it was a great fight.
Yeah, no, Glyco's a beast, though. I mean, like you said, he almost won the PFL belt. He beat the guy who just won the championship this year, Sada Busi, back when he was in the PFL. And I mean, like Joaquim Silva, Mateusz Nicolau. There was a lot of serious guys on that season of Tough. Like
Yes,
it was a really
for
good,
real.
really good, really underrated season.
It
So, have you
was.
kept
Yeah.
up with this season of Tough at all?
If I what?
This the Ultimate Fighter for this season.
If I've been watching,
Yeah, like have you been watching it?
no,
No.
I know that now it's Kono and Michael Chandler, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't been watching.
Okay.
And it's cool. I saw that many guys that used to fight in UFC, they are in that season right
Hmm.
now, right? I saw that guy. He lost to Ignacio Bahamondes.
Roosevelt.
Yeah, Roosevelt. He had a beautiful knockout.
Yes.
And also I saw who I saw more Timur Valiev. Timur Valiev is
Yes, he
there
beat
too.
Trevor Wells. Yes.
Maybe he's gonna be the first Russian to win the Ultimate Fighter.
Really? I
Yeah,
actually
I saw an
I actually
interview.
didn't know that no Russians ever won the show.
Yeah, I saw an interview. He say like, oh, maybe I'm gonna be the first Russian to win the Ultimate Fighter reality
I
show.
I could
Maybe
definitely
it's
see
just
it.
because they never put them. They don't have a season from Russia, right?
Yeah,
Because they
true.
have. Mine was the Brazilian season,
Yep.
but was the first one that was in America. It was my first time in America, straight to Vegas.
That is cool.
I was like in that van, like, man, one day I'm gonna live here.
Damn, that must have been an awesome but a scary experience. And now, like looking back on it,
Oh yeah,
it's like nothing looking back
yeah.
on it now because you're living in
Because it's
Vegas, fighting in the
almost when
UFC.
you want tough, it's almost you like an inmate because you can't do nothing.
I wanted to ask, what were your thoughts on UFC 290, specifically Brazil and Alexandre Pantoja getting the belt, getting Brazil back the gold, and Vitor Petrino, Denise Gomes with big finishes? Just what were your thoughts on that event?
I didn't watch it, but like I saw that Vitor Petrino guy. He seems to be so strong, right? And seems like he's undefeated in UFC, right?
Yep, you 2-0.
And it's hard for me to talk about Pantoja and Moreno because I like both of them.
Gotcha.
Pantoja, we used to train. He's from the state of Rio, and I used to live in Rio, and we used to be friends from Nova União, and we used to fight in Choro, Brazil too. And when I stayed in Florida for a little bit, we did hang out a lot. He always sent me messages while I was trying to get to the UFC too. And also Pantoja is a great guy. We have the same manager. And I spent the last Christmas at his house. And it was so cool to
That's
see
awesome.
how it is. Like the motherfucker, he bought presents for his whole fucking family. And I feel like he did fly a lot of people from his family, and he seems like he helps his team, he helps his family. He bought gifts. I never saw so many gifts.
It was like
Was
Christmas.
all no, it was
No,
Christmas. It was
I know, but it was like double Christmas. Like I don't even know. It was like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That is funny
And
though.
and I'm always focused. I always try. I don't fuck around. Don't be drinking or partying, smoking and stuff like that. But that night they had something that is called sangria, like fruit with
Yeah,
wine.
I know
I was
Sangria.
like, oh, this is healthy.
Oh yeah.
Then
How many cups did you have that night?
I was so happy,
How many
laughing.
how many cups did you have?
Oh, I lost the count. Yeah, so I lost the count.
Would you say it's more or less than 10?
Oh shit. It was 10,
It was
more than
probably
more
around 10. Okay.
than
That's great. So you had the you talked about this before. You had the KO win over Cameron Van Camp. Everything started with that lead like looping left hook you kept throwing. I wanted to ask, is that something
yeah.
you and your coaches noticed going into the fight, or is that something you noticed while you were in the octagon with him? Because he kind of like kept his chin up a bit every time you went back, and then you just started to launch that left hand at him.
When I when I was supposed to fight him, I saw that he put his right hand down. Then I was like, oh, that's perfect for my left hook. Then I was supposed to fight him. Then because I was supposed to fight Jim Miller first, and he
Hmm.
got COVID, so they put Cameron short notice. But they found something on Cameron Medicals or something.
Yes, yes.
Then they had to cancel the fight the day before wins. Then we got booked again, and he fought
Fialo.
Fiado,
Yes.
and I still like was the same game plan. I knew that my left hook was gonna work, and I've been knocking so many guys out with left hook. In CFFC, I got that 50 seconds knockout.
Hmm.
that the guy was took so long to wake up. I when I fought Joe Solecki was the same thing.
Hmm.
And
You know,
so it's some,
you've had wins over some
yeah,
really solid guys. Like Joe Solecki's 5-1 in the UFC. Is that a fight you'd want to get back at some point in the future?
not really,
Okay.
not really.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you have the win there, but you know he has a good UFC run, so I was just wondering if that's someone you'd want to
yeah.
fight.
If it happens, okay. If
Okay,
it don't, doesn't matter.
got you. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
nothing you're looking forward to at all. Yeah. So
No.
you're friends with a lot of different fighters across a lot of different promotions. You train with a lot of different guys, but who would you say are some of the people you're closest with?
That I'm closest with. It's hard because so many people that I've been friends with, and like how I did movies so much, different states, different teams. But right now, I think one of the closest people that I have is my coach Ray Seffel. He's like family, and that is a guy that comes to do fight camps here that I like to hang out and train. Mads Burnell. It's funny too. Mads
Yeah, I've heard he's
Burnell,
a funny
and
guy.
it's hard because in extreme there's so many good fighters and guys that I like to train and hang out. I like to spar Junior Rosa too.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
that's
you have any crazy Sean Strickland stories for me?
it's so funny. It's so funny.
What do you have?
I don't have. I
Nah,
don't
nothing. He's just funny.
have. Was funny one day, by mistake, trying. He was trying to help me. Then I threw a left hook on the knee by mistake, and he called me an asshole.
Have you ever
I was like,
seen
"Oh, sorry,
you
was
have,
by mistake." And he's like, "No, you're just an asshole."
you ever seen the video? He's grappling with the guy that does the grappling, and he hits his arm, and he starts he
Yeah.
starts punching him, and he throws the kick at him, and
Oh,
I love Sean Strickland. He is a character, man. He must be so
he's
fun
a
to train
guy.
with. All right, so you've also trained with a lot of legends of the sport, like Glover Teixeira, Jose Aldo, some top UFC fighters now, like Paulo Costa. Are there any other fighters that you're looking forward to training with in the future that you haven't already?
Train in the future. So I'm friends with Rashad Evans. I met him in New Jersey when he came to do a fight camp. Then he was inviting me to go there and train with him a little bit. So not just training, just to hang out with him. He has so much knowledge, so much things to learn from him, not just about fighting, but about everything else. And someone that I would like to train is Tyrone Spong,
Ooh,
because growing up back in the day, I was a kickboxer too, and I was a big fan of Tyrone Spong.
okay.
So that's a guy. And if you ask me, like, also I was talking with Glover because Glover always keeps invites me to go there, and I'm like, oh, maybe sometime I'm gonna go and train with you and Alex Pereira, because before Alex became champion, Glover always used to say, come train with us because Alex is a good start for you. But we did train one day
Okay.
at the PI.
Okay.
And I was like going to the PI to hit the bag or something, and Glover was like, "What? What a coincidence!" Then train with us, and just by doing techniques with Alex, I could feel like he hit super his hands like
Mhm.
super heavy. Yeah,
Yeah, no, you definitely got to get out to Connecticut and train with them though. There's a
yeah.
great team over there. My guy Parker Porter's over there too. Definitely, they got
Oh,
a yeah,
cool.
they got a great team over there. So, like,
Then
no, what were you gonna say?
and Glover, since I started, he was in my debut when I was 19 years
Hmm.
old. He always gave me so many good advice, and he's a great guy. He's a great champion too.
Yeah, you got a lot of advice from legends growing up. You were training with Aldo at like 18. You were getting advice from Glover at 19. I mean, you you were kind of lucky in that sense that you had like you had the
Yes,
guidance of some of the legends there to like just bring
it's
you
a
up.
cool journey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely. So
even I'm not where I want to be yet. It's been a cool journey, and I just gotta stay healthy and keep improving,
yeah,
keep fighting, and It is
Yeah, no, stay on track
like
and just keep
the
improving like any fighter would. You have a really high ceiling. You're such a fun fighter. You always deliver every time you step into the cage. I can already tell you're gonna have a nice UFC career ahead of you. I can't wait to see what's in the store for the future.
appreciate.
Of course. So like we talked about before, you stream a little bit on Twitch. I know you've played like DayZ with Vink Pinchel and stuff like that. But what else do you play? Who else do you play with? Like, just talk about that.
Yeah, this is a very hard game. It's not my kind of game. And
Okay.
it's hard, and I've been playing a game that is super hard to Age of Empires 2. It's
Okay.
like playing chess.
Okay.
It's a strategy game. It's like you don't see any kids playing. I play like I'm playing with a Brazilian clan, and to see the people that plays, they all like work with computers, or they lawyers, or they like
Yeah, yeah,
doctors.
they're like grown people with jobs and
Yeah,
stuff. It's not,
it's only
yeah,
grown people. It's not like you go play Warzone and like some little kids
and yeah,
talking
yeah,
and
and you're
saying
talking shit to
and
the little kids.
screaming and saying the N word.
Hey, I
It's
heard, I heard Dennis has the best shit talk on Warzone though. Oh
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, I heard.
Was very cool to play Warzone because of Dennis. He used to talk so much shit with the kids.
Yeah, no, I heard he would go back and forth with the kids and just make fun of them and have like some funny times, man. I heard about
Yeah.
that. So your last fight against Manuel Torres didn't go your way. What did you think went wrong in that fight? Are there any improvements you're looking to make after? Just talk a little bit about the loss.
That's I always like if I lost a fight, I can see the things that I did wrong. But that fight, I can't say much. Like I was calm, focused. I was focusing on the moment. I was calm, and I think he just did the right movement at the right time. And I don't know. Maybe I think he say on the interview. I didn't really watch it. I just watched it a little bit, but I think he saw that. I think he was training for when I showed the left hook, he would throw an elbow.
Okay.
And since I saw his fight, I saw his fights. I could see that his because a lot of times fighters would be like afraid to throw something and think twice before they do. But he's the type of guy that he doesn't care. He just believes and throws with everything, and that's what he did.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So
But that was fucking crazy. Damn,
yeah.
it was like shit.
Yeah,
It
no, I mean,
was too fast. I didn't have time to react or nothing.
no, I mean, I remember when I watched it, I was just like, "Whoa!" Like that was like it was just like a split second, and it
Yeah,
wasn't even like I don't know. You're right. It was just you kind of got caught. There wasn't many improvements I feel like you can make from that fight. That's
yeah.
kind of why I wanted to ask you if you felt that you did anything wrong, because I don't know. It was a quick fight, and you didn't really make many mistakes. I feel like.
Even I was calm and focused. It
Hmm.
was so fast that I didn't have time to think. It
Yeah. No,
was too
no, it was a
fast.
clean strike. It was a very clean strike.
Yes,
Yeah, happens
yes,
sometimes in this game. But
yeah.
you were initially scheduled to fight Ignacio Bahamondes. Is that still a fight that still interests you, or are you potentially looking at
Not
somebody else?
really. I'm gonna just wait and see what UFC gives me.
Okay.
I was excited about Manuel fight because Manuel he comes to fight, and when I watch it, Ignacio fight, he's 6'3" and he's always making points and being defensive and moving, and he didn't really engage sometimes. He just fights to win, and I was excited about Manuel because he really comes to fight. So I thought that there would be like a bonus, a performance of the night. I had the opportunity to fight 3 rounds, especially because I'm always training super hard, so I have so much in the tank. I can fight 5 rounds because I work so hard and I have so much discipline. But I I don't know, like I I don't I've been reading about stoicism and stuff like that, and I think I grew so much mentally, and it's like I didn't have control, so just like control what you can control, and yeah, I don't have no regrets.
Yeah. No.
I did my best, and the result didn't came like I expected, but that's just how life it is.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes
That's how the
doesn't
game
go
is.
exactly the way we want, and that's how the game it is. Yeah,
Yeah. No.
exactly.
That's no. That's really how it is sometimes, man. Sometimes you can't control whether you get knocked out or not.
Yeah,
Sometimes the other guy is just I'm
Yes,
I'm on
especially
that night.
especially the way I fight
Yeah,
is a
no. Well,
big
yeah,
reward, but also
you're
is a
very
big
reckless
risk.
when you fight, and I know you know that. You've talked about that
Yeah,
before,
I
but you,
know.
yeah, that's why you have so many knockouts. That's
Yes.
why you're entertaining, and that's why you have fans, man. That's why people love you.
Yeah.
So,
Really? Oh, nice.
yeah. So, are you planning to fight again before the year's end, or are you planning on taking some time off?
No, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to fight again. I just wanna like talk with everybody and see which is the smartest way to come back. And let's see. Hopefully, my manager say by the end of the year. Let's see. I'm gonna talk with my coach and to the PI to head from the PI that she knows better too, and like and see what is the smartest way to come back. Because at the same time that I can't wait to fight again. I also don't want to be stupid, and I want to do the things
Yeah, you
in
don't
a
want to rush
smart
it.
way. But
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, no, of course, I
if
definitely
you
get
ask
that.
me, I want to fight like next week.
Yeah, no, you want to fight immediately, but obviously you have to be smart about it. Make
Yes,
sure you're healthy, make sure your brain's recovered from the knockout and everything, and just make sure you're good. Which,
exactly.
yeah, you will be, and I can't wait to
Yeah,
see
the
you
PI
knock it
gave
out
me some
again.
supplements for
Okay.
brain health. And after the fight, I didn't felt like concussion symptoms, which is good too. So
Yeah. Well,
everything's all right.
all right, good. All right. Well, I wish you the best of your time in Brazil, and I thank you so much for doing the interview. Thank you,
Yeah.
Nick.
I'm going back to Vegas probably Tuesday
Okay.
on the 18th because my friend Cesar Almeida, he's fighting on Dana White Contender Series August
Yes.
8th,
Yes, he is.
the first week. He's a beast, bro.
Yes, he is. He is.
He already fought Alex Pereira three times in
I was about
kickboxing.
to
He
say he was the
won.
kickboxer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
hit
is
that
a
motherfucker
beast.
hit so hard.
Yeah, no, he
I was doing drills with him, and when I feel like his hand,
mhm.
it's like, damn,
What weight class is
motherfucker
he?
hits hard. 185.
185. Okay. Yeah, no, my friend told me to keep my eye out on him, and ever since I've been like, okay, I'm waiting for his fight. All right. Well, thank you, Nick. I can't
Uh,
wait to talk again, and
thank you,
I
brother.
wish you luck in the future and have the best of time in Brazil.